The number one reason beginners give up is because the first thing they try to make is too hard. They find something pretty on Pinterest, jump straight into it, get confused 3 rows in, throw the whole thing across the room, and decide crochet just isn't for them. But that's not a crochet problem, that's a starting point problem. And today I'm going to fix that for you. I'm going to walk you through some of the easiest crochet projects you could actually start today, even if you've never held a crochet hook in your life. These are real things that look good, that people actually want, and that won't make you want to give up halfway through. So let's get into it. But before we do, I need to say something important. If you're brand new to crochet and you don't know the basic stitches yet, like the chain stitch, the single crochet, or the double crochet, don't worry. Every project I mentioned today only uses a small handful of stitches, and I'll tell you which ones you need for each one. You don't need to know everything, you just need to know a little bit, and that's enough to get started. Okay, first project, a dishcloth or a washcloth. I know, you might be thinking that sounds boring, but hear me out. A dishcloth is genuinely one of the best first projects in crochet, not because it's exciting, but because of what it teaches you. It's a flat square. You work in rows. You practice keeping your tension even. You practice counting your stitches. And when you're done, you actually have something useful, something you can put in your kitchen or your bathroom and feel proud of. To make a basic dishcloth, all you need is a single crochet stitch and a chain stitch. That's it, 2 stitches. You chain a starting row, maybe 20 or 25 chains, and then you single crochet across. Turn your work and keep going until it's square. Cotton yarn works best for this because it's strong and easy to wash. You can grab a small ball of cotton yarn at any craft store for just a couple of dollars. The whole project takes maybe an hour or 2 if you're going slow, and you'll probably finish it in one sitting. And the thing is, once you've made one, you could make 10 more and give them as gifts. People actually love handmade dishcloths. It sounds simple, but it's genuinely one of those things where people go, "Wait, you made this?" And you feel really good about that. All right, second project, a simple scarf. A scarf is one of those classic beginner projects because it's literally just a rectangle, long and narrow, same stitch over and over. No shaping, no increasing, no decreasing, just pure repetition. And repetition is actually your best friend when you're learning crochet because it builds muscle memory. Your hands start to learn how to hold the hook, how to pull the yarn through, how to maintain a consistent tension. All of that gets easier the more you do it. For a beginner scarf, I'd suggest using a double crochet stitch. It works up fast, which means you can see progress quickly. Nothing kills motivation like working on something for hours and feeling like you've barely moved. With double crochet, you can get through several inches in a short session, and that feels really satisfying. Go with a thicker yarn, something chunky or bulky. Thick yarn on a bigger hook means your stitches are larger, and the whole thing comes together way faster. You could honestly finish a simple scarf in a weekend, and if you pick a color you love, you'll actually enjoy wearing it. That matters more than people think. Make something you'd actually use. Third project, a beanie or a simple hat. Okay, this one might sound like a step up, and it is, just a tiny bit, but stay with me because it's not as scary as it sounds. A basic beanie is still a beginner project. It just involves working in the round instead of in rows, which feels different at first, but gets comfortable really quickly. Working in the round means instead of going back and forth across your work, you're going around in a circle. You start at the top of the hat with a small ring of stitches, and then you gradually increase, add more stitches as you go, so it gets wider. Once it's wide enough for your head, you stop increasing and just keep going straight down until the hat is the right length. The stitch used for most beginner hats is the single crochet or the half double crochet. Half double crochet is really worth learning early because it sits right in the middle between single and double. It's a little taller than single crochet, so it works up faster, but it still looks tight and neat, really good for hats. If you use chunky yarn for a beanie, you can realistically finish one in an evening. And hats are probably the single most gifted crochet item there is. Once you know how to make a hat, you basically never run out of gift ideas again. Birthdays, holidays, new babies, a handmade hat always lands well. All right, fourth project, a simple bag or tote. This one might be my favorite on the list for beginners because it's practical, it looks really good, and it's easier than it looks. A basic crochet bag or market bag is usually worked in the round from the bottom up, just like a hat, but you're making a much wider circle and then building up the sides. Or some versions are made in rows and then sewn together. Honestly, either way works fine. The stitch for most beginner bags is single crochet because you want the fabric to be tight and sturdy so the bag can actually hold things. Use a cotton yarn again. It's durable and it keeps its shape well. The handles are usually just a chain or a simple strap you attach at the end. What I love about bags as a beginner project is that they don't need to be perfect. A little bit of uneven tension, the bag still works. Not completely symmetrical, it still looks handmade in a good way. People see a crocheted bag and they think it's so cool. There's something about carrying something you actually made with your own hands that feels really different from buying one at a store. Okay, fifth project, a simple headband. If you want something that's fast, small, and gives you that finished project feeling quickly, make a headband. A crochet headband is just a long rectangle that you join at the ends to make a loop. That's it, seriously. You crochet a strip that's about 2 to 3 inches wide and long enough to fit around your head. Then you either sew the ends together or crochet them together with a simple join. Done. The whole thing might take you 30 to 45 minutes once you're comfortable with your stitches. For headbands, I'd use a soft, stretchy yarn, something with a bit of stretch in it so it fits comfortably on your head and doesn't feel tight. Merino wool blends are really nice for this if you can find them, but honestly, any soft yarn works fine. Headbands are great because you can make a bunch of them quickly, and they make great gifts for girls of any age. And once you've made a few, you can start playing with different stitch patterns or adding a little bow or twist in the middle. But start plain, get the basic version down first. Okay, sixth project, a simple crochet flower. This one isn't something you wear on its own, but it's a really useful thing to know how to make because you can attach flowers to almost anything. Hats, bags, headbands, baby blankets, clothes. A little crochet flower can take a plain project and make it look so much more special. A basic crochet flower uses a magic ring, which sounds complicated but is actually a really quick thing to learn. And then you build petals around the outside. Most simple flower patterns are done in just a few rounds and take maybe 15 to 20 minutes. They're a great way to practice working in the round in a low-stakes way, because even if it's not perfect, it's a flower. It's supposed to look organic and a little imperfect. Look up a 5-petal beginner flower pattern on YouTube or a free pattern site like Ravelry and just give it a shot. Once you've made your first one, you'll want to make 10 more in different colors. They're genuinely addictive. Now look, the whole point of everything I just shared with you is this. The best project for a beginner isn't the prettiest one. It's the one you'll actually finish. It's the one where the difficulty level matches where you're at right now.